XLM is seeing some green candlesticks and we're all breathing a sigh of relief. The reason though XLM is moving up may really shock you. No, in fact, it is going to shock you. And what if I told you that New York State is taking another bite out of crypto? This time they're going after Circle USDC. So we're going to start it off with the heat map where you can see green across the board. Bitcoin pumping big, up 8.3% last 24. ETH getting some relief as well. Not at the 2,000 mark yet. We're going to be paying attention. XRP sitting at 47.7, up 4.6. With XLM right now only making a move up 3.8% last 24 to 9.6. We're going to get into the reasons why XLM is rallying. And why is New York taking a bite out of crypto? Bitcoin rallies on the news of First Republic bank troubles. First Republic shares slide after 40%. Did a story earlier about this in regards to XRP in the crypto market. The reason cryptos are pumping? Lack of trust in banks. Banks' earnings came out, right? Similar to a quarterly one review, isn't it? Banks' earnings came out and they were bad. So people are like, yo, we have no confidence in banks. So where do people put their money? Gold, silver, oil, commodities, crypto. Yes, crypto, everyone. Bad confidence in banks, increasing confidence in crypto. But what else happened? What about consumer confidence? Oh, girlfriend, that's right. Consumer confidence went way down, which means that Jerome Powell and the Fed, more pressure on taking a break from those rate hikes. And speaking of Jerome Powell and the Fed, hit the subscribe button because in 7 days, 3 hours, 26 minutes, and 11 seconds, Jerome Powell is going to be there announcing the rate hike action. Here's the big deal, everyone. We're still expected to see a quarter point hit. But what happened here was a pivot in the data. If we look near the bottom of the screen, you can now see that we used to be in the mid 80% expecting the Fed to raise rates. Now we're only at 73%. Now, granted, the majority of those trading this action say, hey, we're still going to get the quarter hit, but this economic data along with banks has now pulled back. Quite a few people thinking that there is going to be a hit. Let's get to Circle, talk about that, and then we're going to get into XLM price action. Because seriously, I've got some cool stuff to show you with price action that you're going to want to see. Circle launches cross-chain USDC transfer protocol for Ethereum and Avalanche. Kind of cool here, actually. The team released a video on April 13th showing how the new protocol works. Unlike a traditional bridge, it doesn't lock tokens sent to its contract. Instead, it completely destroys them and issues new token on the receiving network. That's actually a really good idea. That way you don't have two things at the same time representing $1. Very good, everyone. In the announcement, the team said that it's CCTP to solve the problem of fragmentation in the Web3 ecosystem. Currently, there are multiple unofficial versions of USDC floating around various networks, most of which are the result of tokens on one network being bridged to another. Unofficial tokens, a little scary sounding. But what's really scary sounding is this. New York Fed adds new policy blocking stablecoin issuer to the Fed program. Essentially, the Fed came out with some new rules here, and as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. These new rules, though, will definitely affect Circle in getting some Fed support. The New York Fed announced that under the new rules, funds registered as 2A-7 funds with the SEC and organized for a single beneficial owner will be ineligible for its reverse purchase program. This could include the Circle Reserve Fund managed by BlackRock Advisors. The RRP allows chosen counterparties to lend to the Fed at a fixed rate, becoming a profitable option with low counterparty risk. In January, the Bank Policy Institute, a key U.S. bank advocacy group, said if Circle were to gain access to the RRP, it would create a stablecoin effectively backed by the Fed, which could destabilize the financial system. Circle holds $25 billion of USDC reserves in a BlackRock-managed fund called the Circle Reserve Fund, registered as a 2A-7. That's why this is being applied. They do not want too much power monetarily with one thing. Definitely interesting to see the pressure on USDC and Circle. But now let's get to XLM. You see the movement, right? This movement here came out as bad economic data has been rolling out over the last 24 hours. As banks, yes, First Republic and earnings reports are going, we've seen that XLM has picked up. Now, interestingly enough, if we go to the 5-day mark, you can see when XLM Stellar was doing their quarterly review, it went down, okay? Not here to talk about that. I know it ruffles feathers. But interestingly enough, look at this. Bad economic data has way more strength to the price of XLM than what Stellar's performance reports are. So the market right now does not pay much attention to SDF. Because look, banks, not even tied to XLM, rally the price of cryptos more, and in fact, rally the entire crypto market deep in the green. Now, what is concerning, and some of you have pointed this out to me, is that every time there's a move with the crypto market, XLM's move is way less than others. Let's take a look at that. I've got the move since the most recent pump action. You can see that XLM is the lowest, followed very closely by XRP in the same time frame. But Ethereum in purple, Gala, gaming in gold, and Bitcoin in blue are all rallying quite heavier. In fact, if we look at the 24-hour performance, you could see Bitcoin 8.2% last 24, ETH 6.8, XRP 4.4, with XLM at 3.8. A laggard even on positive global market news. And this global market news had nothing to do with SDF's report saying, hey, this is how good we are. Nope. It all had to do with banking troubles and bad economic data. The worse economic data we get, the worse we have banking problems, the more pressure that puts on Jerome Powell and the Fed to back off from the quarter, even though we're still expecting it, but it puts more pressure on him to take a pause and see what these rate hikes do. Now, what's interesting about this whole thing is that XLM and the rest of the cryptos are not moving so much on their own individual performance. Rather, it's macros, right? It's this big data stuff out here that's moving the price of cryptos. Oddly enough, though, we've seen time and time again XLM be a laggard. Other cryptos are popping more while XLM is just popping a little bit. And we've seen that, right? We've seen how Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all those have regained their price action from the XRP crash, but XLM is still below that mark. Again, a laggard. It's good to see some green, but what we want to see is the moves of XLM match those of the other cryptos out there. Think of Gala. Gala popping way more than XLM. Does that make much sense? I mean, when we talk about banking and confidence, XLM moves money. Gala doesn't have anything to do with moving money. It's gaming action. So obviously the market isn't trading on individual performance. It's more based on global macroeconomic conditions. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, because Jerome Powell and the Fed will be dropping the rate hike decision here coming up soon, May 3rd, everyone.